Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about the first trimester of my pregnancy. I have been away from YouTube for a while. Not really, but I haven't been making videos really that regularly lately. This is because of just how I've been feeling because of my pregnancy, and also just focusing on work and things like that. So, but I did promise that I would share with you guys what my experience of the first trimester of my pregnancy was like, and so that's what this video is going to be about. I'll just go through basically the main symptoms that I experienced in the first 3 months of my pregnancy, and hopefully this will help you. Maybe if you are wondering if you're pregnant and you have similar symptoms, you might want to get that checked out, or if you just want to know what it was like for me, because every pregnancy is different. Even the same person will experience different things for each different pregnancy that they do have. Or if you are newly pregnant, maybe you'll know what to expect from watching this video. But it's not to say that you will have all of these things. I certainly didn't have like all of the symptoms that I've ever heard of for pregnancy, but this is what my experience was like. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so firstly, what I'll start off with is the nausea, right? So you've probably heard that people get morning sickness when they are pregnant, but it's not really, I don't know why they call it morning sickness, because it's not that it happens only in the morning. It's just like you're constantly nauseous, or I was constantly nauseous. I never threw up. I never actually threw up. Some people have it as bad as where they throw up, but I was just very sensitive to smell, any smells around me. And a lot of the smells that I did smell made me nauseous. So yeah, like walking in a grocery store was terrible, because you just bombarded with different smells and they're all terrible. Like even if it's something that you normally like, or like smells that don't bother you, it just would stink to me, and it felt like it was right here under my nose and I could smell it, and I was like, oh. Yeah, so anyway, so I was nauseous a lot of the time, and that also caused me to, like, when we were traveling in the car, like sometimes I need to put the window, roll the window down and just have the fresh air blowing in my face so that I don't get car sickness and things like that. So that was for the first 3 months. Towards the end of the last month, I would say it started to wear off and it got better. But at first I was really nauseous. That was one of the signs that made me worry, that made me think that I might be pregnant. Then the second thing is, it's a little embarrassing to speak about, but it's like irregular bowel movements. So like basically, yeah, I'm not gonna speak a lot about this, but you never have a normal poo when you're pregnant. You just, either it's one end of the spectrum. So I had a lot of constipation or diarrhea, either one, like after each other. Yeah, so my stomach was constantly in like one of those extremes, and that was for the first 3 months. Yeah. And then the next thing that really made me think I was pregnant as well was the exhaustion. Like I was just so tired all the time, and like not tired where I want to sleep. It was just like energy draining. Like I had no energy to do things, like, if that makes sense. I didn't feel like doing anything. I just wanted to lay and sit and rest and nap, and you know. So if I thought of doing something, I would think, yo, it's gonna take so much energy to do that. I don't have the energy to do that. So I would feel yeah, that's the type of tired that you feel. It's not where I actually was like yawning or sleeping a lot. It was just like I felt very drained. And then let me look at my notes. Then I just had a general feeling of being weird, like feeling weird or feeling sick. Like I just felt generally, I didn't feel like myself, and I felt weird, if that makes sense. Like in my body, I could feel things were happening. I don't know if it doesn't make any sense, obviously, but I think if you were pregnant before, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's all I can say. Like you just feel weird. You don't feel yourself. You feel sick. You feel like a sick person all the time. And then towards the second and third month, in the third month of my pregnancy, I experienced headaches, mostly in my sinus area. So it was like sinus that I was having basically. So I would get like sinus headaches. Then I also had indigestion. So every time I ate, I would have a lot of burping and a lot of farting, and it's disgusting, I know, but like that's the reality of your first trimester, or even like the entire pregnancy. The amount of gas and the type of gas that you have is like probably the worst that I've ever experienced in my life. Then obviously some weight gain as well. I don't know how much I gained in the first 3 months, but it wasn't that much, but I did have some weight gain as well. And then my breasts also changed a lot. Not just becoming bigger, but also changing in shape, becoming sort of longer, and my breasts just changed completely. I'm not gonna go into all the detail, but yeah, and they were very sensitive, obviously, and painful in the first 3 months. Yeah, so that's also a definite sign of pregnancy. If you experience that and you're wondering if you are pregnant, if your breasts are tender and really painful, like you can't wear bras anymore. Like I stopped wearing normal bras with wires and things. I completely went to sports bras. All I wear now is sports bras all the time. So yeah, then for me particularly, because this is like unique to my pregnancy, because your immune system is very weak when you're pregnant. I did get sick, and I'll tell in the next few videos. I'll do the second trimester and the third trimester. I'll tell you what sicknesses I had then. But in the first trimester, I got a cold towards the third month. So that was really like a really bad experience, because obviously you can't take any medication when you're pregnant. So it's like you have to experience having a cold and flu. Like I had fever, and like going through a fever without being able to manage that, like it's terrible. And then I had a cough for like an entire month because I couldn't take cough mixture, cough syrup. You can't take antibiotics, and the only thing you can take is Panado. That was the only thing I could take for my fever. You definitely can't take med lemon. Yeah, so I just had to drink lots of water, get lots of rest, and if I did feel feverish, take some Panado. And I got some herbal medication, but the herbal medication doesn't really help. Like I got throat lozenges, and basically I had to use a wet vinegar cloth, put it on my forehead for my fever. That was basically all I could do, and just like sweat it out. Yeah, so it's really not good. So you obviously, when you start you want to get a good multivitamin. Before then I think I wasn't taking one yet, so that's why I think I got it. I was just taking iron and folic acid. I wasn't taking a vitamin. Yeah, so I changed to the Preg Mega or something, and that has like a multivitamin in it and everything that I took later on. So I'll tell you all about my second trimester in the next video. If you did like this video, do give it a thumbs up so I know you like this content, and let me know what your experience was. If you have ever been pregnant, tell me what was your least favorite thing and your most favorite thing about being pregnant in the comment section. If you haven't been pregnant before, you can still leave me a comment about anything you want to say about this video. And always remember guys, dare to be different, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.